Hello.
Hello,
Phillips and that Baz.
and we are here today at Bottons Pleasure Beach in Skegness.
Yes, it's a little seaside park I've not been to for 25 years. It was the very first park that I ever visited, if you want to call it a park. Very first roller coaster I ever rode was here, Storm, all them years ago. It's not here anymore, unfortunately, but it's changed a little bit since I came here the very first time. Not massively, but it has changed. Anyway, so there's not massive amounts to talk about in terms of the rides and things like that in terms of the lineup. But what we have done is we paid £30 for
40 tokens.
40 tokens, and we've just divided that between the two of us and gone on the rides that we wanted to go on, such as we've been on the Ferris wheel, which is a Ferris wheel.
Yeah. We went
Big
on
Apple.
Big Apple, which is a
Wacky Worm.
children's wacky worm. We've been on the rocking roller coaster, I think it was. Rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
sorry.
Rockin' Roller,
Which
which is
is
a little spinning coaster. And that one's actually worth talking about because it spins like buggery.
Yeah, it does, yeah. I will say if you're on the very outside seat as you go up the lift hill and over a couple of the sections, because you're properly over the track, it's a bit unnerving.
Yeah, really good
other than
fun
that,
though, because
good
it
fun,
just spun
yeah.
so much, and it was quite comfortable. It was a little bit juddery in places, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And I like the fact that that stood where Storm stood, so it's on top of an arcade. The arcade's not in use at the moment, but yeah, it's a good use of space. It's very much like Adventure Island does. The other ones that we've done Dodgems. Dodgems are Dodgems,
Yeah.
you'll see here.
Like good set of Dodgems here, to be fair. Some of them could do a power assisted steering, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's almost like M25 simulator, because Tracy caused a crash and literally everybody just stopped. But there's that.
And we went on Queen Bee.
And
as
Queen
well.
Bee is pretty much the crown of here, I think, because it's a Queen Bee. That's the model name as well as the actual ride name. And there were two built, and it's the only one surviving, anywhere. And basically, all it boils down to is an inverted wacky worm. That's all it is. But it's unique in the fact that it's an inverted wacky worm, and there's no other ride like it in the world. I remember it from all the years ago. I didn't know at the time that it was anything special, and I suppose nowadays it's not really anything special. But it's worthwhile a visit for, especially if you're trying to tick off. I've been on this type of ride. I've been on this manufacturer's coaster and stuff like that. That's one of those to go on.
It is. They've also got a little one-way mine train coaster here. Standard sort of fairground layout, does sort of a little bit like a little helix back into the station.
Yeah, it's almost like Dragon Coaster at Flamingo Land, in that it nearly stalls as it comes off the lift wheels. They have got a Super Trooper. They've got a Freak Out as well. We haven't been on those. They've also got a Waltzer. The Waltzer looks pretty good because it's all open. There's normally a Waltzer, you've got the front section which is open for you to then go around the back. No, the entire Waltzer is open, so you can see the whole thing from all sides.
They've also got a really nice selection of smaller kids rides as well that are properly gentle, so it caters for everyone in the family. Does this park? I like it. This is my first time here at Bottons, and I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, it's not an expensive day out. It could be a few more things here and there, but they do have a £25 wristband offer, which gets you unlimited rides all day, as well as access to the mini golf as well, as we've seen.
Yeah.
They do also have a £15 offer, which gets you on the rides. I think it's from 5 until park closes, which is somewhere between 6 and 7. Sometimes it may open later. I've had trouble finding opening times, to be honest, because they don't seem to publish them exactly the same. They don't publish a list of all the tokens that each ride costs, because that's what we were going to do. We're going to work out ahead of time.
But they do have that price list though in the ticket booth, the token booth rather, when you get here, so you can still work it out. Yeah.
So individual tokens are £1 per token. Then you've got £20 for 25 tokens, or 40 tokens for £30.
Yes.
As well as the wristband offers as well. So it's entirely up to you what you want to go on that one. But it's only a quick one, this one, because it's only a small park.
Yeah.
And
they've got a ghost train as well, and the ghost train for a fairground ghost train is one of the better ones in the country, but it's still cheesy and adorable, and that's why you got to go on it.
Yeah, it's crap, but it's a ghost train. Yeah, they're all very similar in how they run. But yeah, this is a lovely little seaside park. Good little distraction. Skegness seems decent. It's a shame that seaside towns in the country are sort of dying out, but I think they've got to move with the times. And I'm glad to see that Bottons are still here after all the years. Same as Bridlington Bay. We used to live in Bridlington, and Bridlington Bay Pleasure Beach is still there. Obviously Pleasure Beach in Blackpool, Southport Pleasure, there's loads of them.
Pier, it's down in Southsea as
Yeah,
well.
very first place I ever put a ride on a roller coaster was Clarence Pier. So yeah, I think that's pretty much us for Bottons Pleasure Beach. Not going to be a particularly long video as this one. So yeah, that's us. That's us
it.
from Bottons Pleasure Beach.